Hi, I'm Heinbach. Good to have you back. While I was jamming with my two daughters in my studio recently, I rediscovered an ancient technique. Sound-on-sound loops. The girls were singing and I was morphing their voices with the Watkins copycat echo. If you move the arm on this, you can get all kinds of bandy tape sounds, which are lovely. Doing that, I thought it would be fun for them to have a loop of themselves singing, so they could sing over that. So I covered the erase set with the guitar pick. This way, what they sang got repeated without getting erased, which was a lot of fun for them. So how does sound-on-sound work? A tape recorder usually has three heads. A erase head, a write head, and the read head. So if you put a tape loop here, it will travel in this direction. You write something here, the information will travel down here to the read head where it's read, then it will go all the way around here to the erase head where it's being erased. So you'll only hear the signal once. But if you disable the erase head, the signal will travel all the way, and it won't be erased. So we'll be able to write over it. So you can have many signals, which is called sound-on-sound. Here is how to do this on an AGRA. What we have here is the Kudelski AGRA 3. It's easy to demonstrate this technique because everything is nicely laid out and accessible. All the heads are right here. The erase head, the write head, the read head, and this head is for film sync, so we don't need that and can disregard it right now. First, I'm going to show you how to cut a loop. Making loops on a reel-to-reel is very easy. You take a piece of 1/4-inch tape and measure how long it needs to be. You can make longer loops and use things like mic stands, door handles or glasses to stretch them out all over the room. But for this, a short loop shall suffice. After measuring, you cut and then splice the ends together. I'm using this rather expensive special tape for that. The reason is that you want to make this as flat and smooth as possible to reduce bump noises when the loop passes the read head. Then it's time to put the loop on the machine. I've set up the tape loop in the standard way, meaning it passes the erase head. So anything that is written here will be erased by the time it passes this one. Let's hear how that sounds. As you can hear, all there is one echo before the signal is erased again. Now let's try bypassing the erase head. To do this, I simply move the tape behind the erase head. As you can hear, the sound gets repeated. Playing this back now. We've got a lovely soundscape that, of course, sounds great at half speed. And now we can add to that. Make it even slower. Now it might be nice to overdub a different instrument. What about cassette tape recorders. Is it possible to do sound-on-sound looping with them? It is. Let me show you how. I have this small Fostex X12 multi-tracker here, which has no lid, which is actually a bonus. Because as you can see, once I hit play, you can see the heads come in. Here's the write and read head, and here's the erase head. Now, I can't bypass the tape because it will always punch straight in here. So it's right in the cassette. There's no way to reroute the tape. But what I can do is cover the head. And for this, I'm using aluminum foil. Here's a small piece of foil that I'm going to cut to the correct size. Now let's flatten this as good as possible. And now let's see where the head is. Right here. Put it over here. And now, if I hit record and play, the erase head will be covered by the aluminum foil. I'm using a 60-second loop tape that was used in answering machines. You can of course DIY your own loop tape. Just follow one of the many instructions online or watch Amulet's video. He made this loop tape for our collaboration. It's shorter and a bit more wobbly than the Panasonic, but it has its own charm due to that. I'm going to use the Roland SEU2 and record on track 1. First one note, then the second note. For you, I'm going to speed this process up just so you can hear that it works. First note, and now I'm going to overdub. And here we have the two notes. Now I'm going to overdub a third note. And now we have a beautiful chord. Because this is a 4-track, there are 3 more tracks that I can apply sound and sound now. I could, for example, copy Alessandro Cortini's technique of putting different chords onto different tracks of the 4-track. That would sound a bit like this, maybe. I feel we need an arpeggio in there. And now let's try adding in the tape loop we made earlier. As you can see, it's easy to get lost in the world of sound-on-sound recording, especially once you use a tape recorder. There's just something magical about the way tape reacts once you record over and over. You create beautiful collages that you can then combine into a bigger piece. There are probably more elegant ways of disabling the erase head, but sometimes I like to clutch. It costs nothing and enables quick experimentation, and does not stand in the thing that's the most important for me, which is creating music. For a live situation, I would try to mod it differently with a switch maybe, or have someone else do that for me. That's it for this video. If you have any more questions, leave them in the comments below. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Bye.